What's going on, everybody? This is the Goddamn Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Before we get into this thing, I want to remind you, it would definitely be helpful if you would like, comment, share. Send this podcast to somebody who you think might be, you know what I'm saying, interested in hearing what it is that we talk about, what it is that we do. We definitely appreciate you guys. Today I have a cool little situation going on here. As always, I got the homie Jimmy. My little brother is in the cut. But then I also have a longtime friend, someone I've been cool with for many moons. It's funny though because I wasn't really a big fan of him in the beginning when we first met, and I feel like he gets most people like that though. You know what I mean? When you first meet him, it's kind of like, you know what? I don't know if I like this mom. That's fair. I don't know if I like this dude. But then once you learn his heart, you have no choice but to like him, man. And so we met during the college years. We connected on some music stuff, and ever since then, man, we've just been rocking, man. He is still doing music. He has a clothing line as well. We're gonna get into all that stuff. But it's the homie Eugene Vincent, Teddy Vincent. You know what I mean? Eugene V. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different names we could go with. You know what I mean? Teddy Graham. You know what I'm saying? Teddy Bear. You know what I mean? I'm not calling him that, but I've heard that the ladies have definitely given him, you know what I mean, that moniker. So, yeah, man, it's my homie, man. He's here. Mr. Teddy sees it himself. You know what I'm saying? It's in the building, man. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a dope little conversation. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm blessed.
Look like you working over there. You working?
You know, I try to multitask.
Yeah, but on the goddamn podcast, baby, we can't be having other audio going on because they're gonna try to clip us, man. They're gonna try to.
I turned it off. We good.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to say I appreciate you, Vince, for the Teddy line. You know what I'm saying? Because you putting on for brothers like myself. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate that. You know
it's good to be appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because it all started as a joke. As far as Teddy Simpson goes, like I was chilling with my bros, and they skinnier, they don't really eat much. But I was just reminding them that the ladies like Teddies in the wintertime. And it really don't stop after that.
Yeah, because once they get used to it,
it's over, man.
Yeah,
you cold.
Nah, yeah, okay.
You're definitely cold.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Well, hey, listen, we about to get into this thing real quick. Let me bring the music down just a little bit, just that bit. Hey, so listen, man. Podcast etiquette. The closer you speaking to the mic,
help me
better.
Out. Cool.
The better the vocals are. You know what I'm saying? Just giving you that piece of information. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my headphones. So yeah, man. Latest news. I don't know if this affects you guys. Or maybe you guys saw it. Maybe you didn't. Did you guys see that they are now allowing or giving notice to the fact that the Negro Leagues actually existed, and they're combining the stats and all of the information from the Negro Leagues to be combined into the MLB. Does that affect you at all? Do you guys rock with that? Is that something that
why they doing it? Like, why now?
I don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind why they're doing it now. I do find it interesting that they've decided to do it now, but some people were really happy. Like yesterday on Facebook, I seen some people were legit enthused, and some people were like excited about it and appreciative of it. How does it land with you guys? Is that something that's?
I grew up playing baseball, but once I stopped playing, I stopped really being a fan of the sport. So I'm neither here nor there on the matter. But I mean, it's dope that they're.
But as a black man, that's not something
that's what I'm getting to. It's dope that they're finally, recognizing the black side of it and trying to incorporate it. I would want to know what the reasoning is behind it, but I think it's dope that they're looking at it.
I think sometimes it's just time to acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, those players, especially if you kept them out, of that recognition for so long too. So whatever the reason is, thank you. Thank you.
Keeping it in the same vibe of sports and blackness. Unfortunately, man, he was waived. But for a second there, your boy LeVar Ball had 3 of his sons
in the NBA.
In the NBA, man.
That's huge.
And if you go back and you kind of look at how he was portrayed when he came on the scenes earlier, it was a lot of negativity there. You know what I mean? Because they said he was loud, boisterous, whatever. But, man, he got 3 kids. Mm-hmm. And all 3 of them got to the NBA. Mm-hmm. And one of them, it seems like he's about to sign a big Puma deal.
Mm-hmm. I think we just not used to that as people. You know what I'm saying? I think as far as us 3 in this room, like we never had fathers that loud and that supportive.
Yeah.
Of what we wanted to do. But I mean, at any cost, he got them in. We got to get these checks, baby. So he set up his next generation and his generation after that. So he won.
Yeah, I think that people didn't like the way that he was going about what he was doing, right? Mm-hmm. But I think that he proved himself to be right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it does suck that the middle one got waived, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him re-enter again at some point with another team or whatever. I mean, LeVar said what he said. He stood on it, and it came to light. So I respect it. I respect it.
That's what's up, man.
That's really father of the decade, maybe.
Facts. Yeah. Well. So the other thing is too, though, I didn't realize this, but there's another black father, who had 3 kids. The Holiday brothers. I didn't realize it was 3 of them though. Mm-hmm. I knew of 2.
2 of them
like Drew and Justin or something like that.
Drew, Justice, and I don't know.
I know one played for the Pacers.
2 of them play for the Pacers.
Both of them play for.
Yeah, 2 of them play for the Pacers.
Yeah, 2 of them play for the Pacers, and the other one is in Milwaukee now.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Next to
so he was technically the first to do it, but I mean, LeVar was the first to do it the way he did it. I don't know if you hear about, as talented as LaMelo is, I don't know if you hear about him to the level that you hear about him if it wasn't for his father being his number one. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Promo guy.
Did he have? He did have 2 top 3 picks.
Yeah.
Because Lonzo was top 3, and I
think Lonzo went second,
and LaMelo went 3.
Yeah, I think he went third. Yeah,
he about to hoop.
So, he's finna go crazy. He should have went number 1, but that's crazy in itself.
I mean, he's 6'7", 6'6", 6'7" guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and has a core vision. Like I like his game. It just seems, you know. You've heard the reference, like, you know, basketball's like poetry or whatever. I really feel that. Like, it's like music, like jazz when I see him play. Like, it just, it doesn't seem like he's like forcing it. And I would say the same thing, and I'm not comparing him to, because people gonna go crazy, I'm not comparing him to Steph Curry, but I think the same way, like when I watch Steph, like he is, you know, reacting to whatever is happening, you know what I'm saying, in that moment. Versus like a Kyrie, I think a Kyrie is calculated. I think Kyrie is amazing, right? But he's very, very calculated. And so he's going to bing, 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 you know what I mean? But I think Curry, in a way, it seems like whatever he does, it's just as a reaction to whatever the defense is giving you, is giving him, you know what I mean? Versus Kyrie, he goes in, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And then I'm going to get there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I feel the same, bringing it back to Melo, I feel the same way about Melo. I feel like he's very reaction. And so it makes it more fluid. He's just a joy to watch him play, like, especially in the open floor. Mm-hmm. And he's unselfish. He's not trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd much rather dish this thing off. You know what I mean? These are, yes, they are definitely LeVar's kids, but I'd imagine that they were heavily influenced by LeBron to some extent, because he's one of the first superstars we've seen who's like, let me get everybody else involved. But I'm saying like mega superstars, like yo, I care more about getting my teammates involved, you know what I mean, than like me, you know what I'm saying, scoring 40, you know what I mean. So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Excited for this NBA season. It's gonna be awkward, obviously, because they're back in arenas this time. Like, that's different than the bubble. At least the bubble was a little more confined, and so you know.
Did y'all like the bubble?
It was cool. I'm glad they did it.
I'm glad they did it too.
I'm glad they did it because I need to know who's gonna win. I couldn't wait.
That's dang near the only sport that can do it though, because there's not as many people. Like, you think about football, bro. Like, there's 40-some players,
something like that. 53, I think.
It's 53 players, bro. Each subgroup of players, so your linemen, your wide receiver, they got 2 or 3 coaches apiece. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Versus an NBA roster, you got 12 players and maybe 5-6 coaches. You know what I'm saying? And so,
what about baseball? You think baseball could do it?
I don't think. No, No, there's a lot of people in that clubhouse too.
I think baseball could do it because they're not necessarily touching each other.
Yeah. I'm talking about the logistics of like going
bubble.
to like one location and creating a bubble.
I think baseball could do it because, yeah, you have a lot of players in a sense, but they all play you might have 2 or 3. You're gonna have like 5 pitchers. You're gonna have like 2 or 3 first basemen, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, all you playing on the field and you outside, so you definitely could like run out 2 fields and stay at whatever.
I think that Disney area
They had all that.
Yeah, they got it all there. I mean, that was
Yeah.
So
I think baseball could do it, but they play so many daggone games, it'd be impossible.
yeah,
Every day.
a lot
playing
of
every
games.
day.
Yeah, you probably have to play 2 or 3 games a day. Like
Every
that's how
day.
that's how long.
That's
the
what they're doing in
season
the NBA. Like they're saying, like you're gonna come to this city for 5 days, and you're probably gonna play for the 3 to 4 games in 5 days,
are, which I think is interesting.
and you might be playing the same team like back to back to back.
Whatever y'all gotta do, man. I think it's all silly and just in general. Like I'm coaching wrestling and right, they're letting them wrestle, but they can't shake hands at the end of the match or the beginning of the match.
That makes zero
So
sense.
I think with the whole COVID situation, it's a lot of contradictions when it comes to sports and just in general. Like even when I was watching the bubble, I was confused to why they were having. If you can't leave the bubble, the coaches included, right?
Right.
Why are they wearing masks on the sideline? Is it just for TV or?
Yeah, no, it is. It is. So, I do a lot of videography, photography, and a lot of these companies, they put the masks on just for
Promo.
PR. Yeah, like just so it can look like, hey, we're being safe. I'm like, yo, you don't need to.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, but but no, a lot of people are doing that. So, so a couple episodes ago, we did the What I Realized, and you don't have to answer this because you was here, but Vince, COVID has taught you what? What have you learned from COVID?
COVID slowed everything down for me. I needed it. I felt like going into the year, especially, I needed some time by myself. And I'm very much a people person, but I feel like you can be over peopled, if that's a word. But I needed some time for slow down. I started reading more than I ever had.
Really?
So I started reading a lot about financial literacy. Musically, I started getting more into things. I got a lot more accomplished because everything was slowed down. Dating wise, everything, all of that was just like, nah, ain't time for that now. You just got to be by yourself. So I guess to put it together, put it in a nutshell, just being by myself is way more important than I thought.
Oh, okay. You I would say that based on what you're saying, you did some self maintenance. You know what I mean?
Had to.
But the dating stopped though.
A lot of it, most of it, 90%.
Really?
Not 90% of it had to.
And that is due to the fact that you just can't be out and about.
You're not out and about. I felt like I needed it.
So your DM game is weak, is what you're saying.
My DM game is weak.
Because you're from a different generation. Me and you, we're the last of a dying breed. In that, I remember going to the mall or going to a party. You had to have a pen and paper on.
Sure did.
Because you just didn't know something might pop off and you might see shorty, and we didn't have cell phones like that. You know what I'm saying?
You had to walk up.
And so we still had to have the ability to start a conversation. And I feel like that's one of the things that this generation lacks significantly. You know what I'm saying? They'll slide in some DMs
real quick.
No issue. Don't say like you're not a part of that generation.
No,
because
like
it is.
Real quick, I'm telling you, like I did that.
Okay.
And it led to a long relationship. I slid the DMs.
You slid in there.
Yeah.
I think, keeping a honey bun, any woman that was like close to me that been around for a minute, we just was in the right place at the right time, or the right place at the wrong time. I don't know. However, depending on how you look at it. But I've had like online relationships that lasted for a minute or whatever. So I don't think it's weak. I just think I knew I needed to change. I did enough.
I don't think it's weak. I don't think it's weak either. I think it's different. What I do think is weak is social skills. I think that their social skills are definitely weak because you have these devices in your hand, and these devices don't set you up for what happens when she right there.
Booties get tight. When
booties get tight.
You know what I'm saying? It's like she wasn't here. I slide in her. You know what I'm saying? I slide up, but she right here. It's
right here.
No, you gotta be able to talk. That's what's gonna keep her.
Yeah,
girls like to talk. Last time I checked, even if it's just to you,
they don't even. They're like just welling up on somebody. Like, hey, how you doing? Okay, that's what's up. So you go here. This is the school you go to? Word.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What you studying?
Yeah.
Dang, that's dope. That's dope. What you plan to do with that?
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to start that conversation
Keep it going.
and keep it going.
Hey, but I will say this though.
Oh, you from? Man, my cousin live out there. Yeah. You probably don't know her though. She
Lying.
But listen though.
Lying.
Women are also at fault because they're used to being talked to through the social media, right? So when you go and you talk to a woman, it's hard for them to keep a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's true.
You find that you are the one doing all of the work in the conversation. So then it's like you kind of seem a little dry. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
No, I think it has a negative effect on both ends because there was, there was an art to even being the person approached. You know what I'm saying? There was an art to that too, and that is completely gone out the window now because of social media.
Was y'all around in the era where your homie went and kind of did the dirty work
set it up for you?
Shy brother.
Shy brother.
The shy brother.
Yeah. Hey, my homie said you cute.
I don't think I've ever really done that. I mean, we was around for it.
That's always happened. I've had a friend pass a note or two. You know what I'm saying?
But if you knew her girlfriend, if you knew
that's
her,
the way you got. That's
if
what
you
I'm
knew
about
her
to go.
best friend or something.
That's how I got married.
Okay.
That's how I got Kristen.
That's important.
I wasn't like best friends with the girl, but it was her roommate. It was Kristen's roommate, and I was able to get some information. Because at the time, I thought Kristen was, I thought she was engaged because she had a promise ring on.
Blocker.
And so we're on the Christian campus. She had a promise ring on, and so I saw it, and immediately I was like, "Oh dang, she's taken. She's engaged." And so I had a friend. Her name, I wouldn't necessarily say she was my friend. We were coworkers. We both gave tours, but she was also Christian's roommate, and befriended her a little bit, and got the information that Kristen's not engaged. And I was like, well, what about that dude that be coming around like bringing her snacks and stuff like that on her break, like, or whatever? And she was like, yeah, like she's been trying to get rid of him, like he's like a stalker type. I'm like, wow, okay. So yeah, man, I
hope he's watching this right now.
Him?
Yeah, I hope he's watching this right now.
So it got bad, bro. It got bad. So even after, like, okay, I'm here now. After I stepped in, I'm here now.
Let me hear this.
He didn't like take too kindly to the fact that, all right, bro, now it's time for you to, like, slide back or whatever. And so he wasn't like crazy disrespectful, like, but he still like tried to show up. And like one time he showed up to her house with like flowers and candy type stuff. And I was like,
can't do that, cousin.
And me and her brother were mad cool. And so Christian's brother was like, man, bro, she don't want you here. Like get gone type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so then that same day, I believe he attempted to call her a couple more times. So I said, Christian, give me his number. And she didn't really know. At the time, she didn't know my background.
She didn't know who you was from. She didn't know how you got down, huh? How
she
you
didn't
what?
know, you know what I mean? So I called him, and I was like, I said, hey, his name was Jason. I said, Jason, we got a problem, bro.
Jason?
His name was Jason. I said,
we got a problem?
I said, Jason, we got an issue. I said, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, listen, man. Like, Kristen has obviously told you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? She's past that. Like, why are you showing up to her house uninvited? You know what I mean? Dropping stuff off. I said, listen, man, long story short, check this out.
I check this out.
If it happens again, I'm coming. I'm going to pull up to your house. I said, please lose her number. And I'm going to have some gifts for you.
Yeah. They called these hands.
Yeah. I'm going to have some gifts. Because I'm not, once again, it's going to come off like I'm like Mr. Rowdy after this last. Once again, I am not Mr. Beat 'em up. But if I know I got you, But if I know I can beat your ass. If I know that I can beat you up, I'm coming for you. Yeah, I turned into him. And he was small, scrawny.
Here I come in at 220.
He was, listen, and no, I was definitely a solid 280 back then. Okay. You know what I mean? That was just standing still.
Yeah.
So when it moved, it's like a ton. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay. So
get in your bag.
It was gonna be a whole issue, man. I told him, I said, man, I got some cousins that's been to prison. They don't mind going back. Like it.
You ain't tell that man that.
That's exactly what I told him.
Man.
Exactly. That's exactly
That's
what
why.
I'm talking.
Are you still cool with the best friend that connected y'all? The bridge?
Nah. They nothing crazy happened. They just grew apart. Her friend was from up north, so she went back north, and got married, got kids. We, obviously married, got kids. Actually, they hooked up not too long ago. I think she was down here in the Indy area for something. So it wasn't any, bad blood or nothing like that. But
got you. In a different life, you wouldn't have gotten married, and you would have. I know we talked about this. Like you would have went to New York, Harlem, did your thing. How do you think life would have happened from there?
Man, I know I wouldn't be who I am today. I know that I probably. I don't know, man. I feel like I've gotten. You're asking me 10 years later, and so much of who I am is because I'm married, right? But if I could give a good description or attempt to describe what I would be like if I never got married and I moved to one of the cities that I want to conquer, man, I still think I would probably try to be finding love. I was a lover, like, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't out here.
No, well, you come off as a fighter.
But I mean, like men
Thugs need love too.
Thugs need love.
I think men like us, we want to love. We'll fight, but we want to love first.
Yeah.
And
we love hard.
Yeah.
And we love hard.
Yeah.
Like,
Only to we want to fight only to protect.
Yeah. I'm not about to start nothing.
No.
But
If you bring it though,
listen,
come on. You not going nobody I'm with.
It's time to get sweaty.
It's over with. You hear me?
But no, if I would have moved to New York like I wanted to, man, I don't know, man. Obviously, I would have had more experience. You know what I mean? New York in and of itself is just an amazing place. I probably would have followed my passions a lot harder. Probably would have forced me to follow those a little bit harder, a little bit more. Yeah, man. I think things would have been significantly different had I moved to New York. But even after I got married, there were a couple opportunities that popped up that had I chose those, things would be different too. You know what I'm saying? Like early on, right? Well, before we even got married, I was getting courted by.
You said courted?
Courted.
A woman was courting you?
No. A church was courting me to do youth ministry in New York, and Detroit, were the two spots that I had opportunities at. And then later on, when we got married, I had a friend who wanted me to move to Tampa to help him start a church. And so I didn't take any of those. I stayed at the crib, which is such a blessing because I got my mom here, I got my brother, my sisters here. You know what I mean? A lot of family here to help with raising kids. My in-laws are here, so things would have been significantly different, bro.
Yeah. Why do you think? Because we're all from the same area, so why have we chose to stay here rather than to branch out and follow those types of dreams? Like, you think it's like being comfortable? Like, what do you think it is? Or is it like we just made a smart decision for?
I think all our decisions were kind of different. Like, he got married, had kids, so it makes sense for him to be still.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, I got married and I had to like regroup first. You know what I'm saying? And then figure I don't think I'm gonna be here like much longer, honestly. But if I am gonna stay here, it has to be something very like it's a move. But I think staying here, you're able to travel a little easier versus if you move to LA or New York, you're pretty much there for the most part because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's part of it's comfortability. You got your people, you know what I'm saying? But my sisters moved away. My mom and my dad moved away.
I didn't know your mama moved. Where's she at?
My parents live in Florida.
Did not know that.
My mom, my stepdad moved to Florida. One of my sisters moved to LA. My youngest sister moved to Florida with my parents. So I'm the only one here.
Wow.
So when we get together, we have to plan it.
Yeah.
That's just where we at right now.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know your mama moved.
Yeah, you look at life a little different when you just can't pull up on your mom. So I think I took that for granted.
Yeah.
So not that I would want to move to Florida.
Ooh. That's for real. And even now, like, my mama called me over all the time, like, man, you take this basket upstairs. Like, can you come over and take it back? You know what I'm saying? But like, it's annoying in the moment. But I'm like, man, just to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, You 15 minutes away. I can get to you anytime I want to. Like, that's crucial.
I appreciate my mom's phone calls.
Yeah.
Like I was especially when I was, you know, in my 20s, like my late 20s, when I was just out moving around, I was just like, I was more prone to not answer the call or not go see her or whatever. And she lived down the street. I had all the time in the world for the most part. But now that she gone, and I mean, my mom's a truck driver too, so she travels the country. So anytime she passes through,
she is or she's with
my stepdad and my mom are truck driving together.
Oh, she drives too.
Semis. So she just picked that up after 50.
She just picked that up.
What made her want to do that? Because he does that, or
he did it. I mean, I think she was ready to get out the medical field. The money's there.
Yeah. So, not to cut you off, but you said the medical field.
Yeah.
So, used to work with kids who were school wasn't really their main priority, and so we tried to find alternative ways for them to possibly, have a career after high school. You know what I mean? For those who would graduate, took them to trucking school. Changed my whole thought process on a lot of things. One, it was at the time where Kristen had just finished up her bachelor's, and so she's an RN. She was an RN at the time. She went to a private Christian school, and she went there for 4 years. And I would say that degree was close to $100,000 for that degree, right?
Yes, Lord.
And then you get out and you're a RN, and in the state of Indiana, if you're making 50 to 55, you're in a good spot. You know what I'm saying? If you're making 50 to 55K. Man, I tell you, we took these kids to this trucking school. Dude said, hey, listen, essentially, come down here, you pay $5,000, 6 weeks course, and on average, our truckers end up making on their first job anywhere from $45,000 to $50,000. I said, what? Mm-hmm. I look, and he was like, if you want to be a over the hill, is that what the term is? Over the road driver. That's where you're going for real cross country. Like he said, you can obviously make significantly more. Mm-hmm. I said, what? Mm-hmm. I said, so you're making this? It's the same salary, dang near, but I done spent $5,000 instead of $60,000 on a degree, and I done spent 5 weeks instead of 4 to 5 years on completing this thing.
So to answer your question, part two, like if I could do things over again, I probably wouldn't, because my dad owned his own truck driving business. It was like 6 rigs or whatever. His plan was to pass it on to probably me or whoever, one of the kids. Yeah. So in another life, I would have picked that up. I don't know if I would have been on the road, because I think that's bad for your body, and you away from your family. But if you don't got a family and none of that, get that bread.
But
we had cousins, a female cousin who did it.
Yeah. So we got 2 cousins in Mississippi that done it. But one of the cousins, he does what you call, not necessarily local, but he does like a regional route every day. Mm-hmm. So he lives in Mississippi. He might drive to Texas, but he come back in the same day. Mm-hmm. So you with your family. Now, it's long hours, and you on the road, and it is bad for the body if you doing that all the time. But he's still back at the crib, able to make his sons, football games and stuff like that. So
that's important.
It's ways around that. You don't have to be over the road. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I wish I would have.
Still can. That's the good news. No, don't say that. You only 24.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Them rigs, they scare me, bro. They scare
I want no part.
That's a lot of power.
A lot of power, and
a lot of responsibility.
You can't break like that.
Well, yeah, that was the other thing I learned too. Like the whole thing was about information on trucking, and he was like, he said, if we're going 55, if we got a full load and we're going like 55, 60 miles an hour, he said essentially, man, it takes the length pretty much of a football field for me to come to a complete stop. If I got a full load and I'm going 55, 60 miles per hour. Mm-hmm. And so, and then so that's scary, you know what I mean? So then the other thing that because he was saying that, he was like, that's why we don't want y'all cutting us off. Mm-hmm. Because if something happens, I can't stop this thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing he was saying was they get fined, significantly if they are too close to another car because of that reason. And then when you drive out east and there's like a lot of mountains and stuff like that, and I don't know if you guys ever noticed it, they got those joints that
runoffs.
I'm like, oh, what's that for? Yeah, well, sometimes these brakes they bleed, and you know what I mean. We can't We can't stop him, so we gotta wait till we get one. Nope, I'm cool. I don't want none
Your
of that.
brakes will catch on fire, bro.
The West Coast is where it's wild.
Yeah,
I can
Those are
believe
real,
that.
like Appalachians. That's cute, but on the West Coast, the Rocky Mountain, that's a totally different beast. Going
believe
through
it.
Denver. So like when my mom, she just tells me so many stories about having to like driving from Pennsylvania to L.A. in a day. Or
She does that.
Her and my dad do that. That's
well,
what
that
they
makes
do.
sense because there's rules saying that you can't drive so many hours straight without sleep. So they're probably always going. And
Always
that's
going.
probably the better hustle.
So it's two of them in the truck at the same time.
Yeah.
So when one of them wants to take a nap, the other one hops in.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the truck don't stop.
The truck don't stop.
The truck does not
So they
stop.
probably make way more money.
Oh, they get to it.
Yeah.
They get into it, and plus, like, but they're empty nesters, so they have no reason to be home anymore. And they ain't take care of us, so they might as well get this bread. So to see my mom picked up the motorcycle in a 16-wheeler after 50. I was like, you wild girl. You a bad
She living
girl.
her best life.
Yeah, man. So the stories, just seeing her grow and this experience through things is cool.
How many years they got in
Marriage
wise?
Oh my God. They got married in 95, 94.
Okay,
So that long.
26?
almost 30.
Yeah, almost 30 years. My sister's 24, 25, like 25. 26
That's what's
years.
up, man.
That's a long time, man. That's a
Their
long
relationship
time.
has taught you what?
It ain't easy.
Yeah,
It ain't for punks.
yeah.
Marriage is not for punks, but we can't. I mean, it was a blended family too. So
Yeah.
seeing that dynamic of one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of being a stepfather is just seeing what my stepfather went through. Like what
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you, like,
20. My mom is on live. She said 27 years.
27 years.
27. So I mean, just seeing what I put him through, that was like enough.
So yeah, that throws me off that you are a product of a blended family, but you wouldn't be interested in dating a female who got
She had
kids.
to be bomb. Like it's really a kid. A kid.
She can't have 3.
Nah, man. I mean, because I want.
There's no situation where this woman can have 3 kids.
I ain't gonna say. I think God is a comedian. He has an
What
answer
if?
for
What?
everything.
Hey, yeah. What if she?
But she.
What if she got that thing though?
A lot of them got that thing.
No, I'm just talking about. Yeah. What if she got that thing?
I hear
though?
what you're saying, but it's just like one. I don't have kids. It'd be different if I had 2, 3, and my stepdad already had kids.
Yeah.
2, so it's a little different.
Okay,
but,
so yeah, it's
but
not the
I
same.
don't
It's like
have
apple to
kids.
apple.
So a lot of women that are my age that have kids probably only want to have 1 or none.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes more sense to me for me to be with somebody that doesn't have kids or just wants to have kids. But me dealing with 3 different souls and dealing with the dad and that family, only the cheat code for get me to date you if you got a kid. Oh my God. Like
what's
are
the
you
cheat code?
is the dad cool? And you know what I'm saying? Are you take care of yourself?
I'll make it. I'll make it easy for you. Unfortunately, he passed. He's no longer.
Oh, that's
around.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he just ain't there. Like
No.
That's
We
little-
don't want no possibility of old boy showing up.
If he
let me ask
passed,
you something.
oh, this is grimy.
Yours was showing up. What, was there a possibility?
Huh?
Was yours showing up? Was it a possibility?
No, but
right, he ain't there.
but I'm saying there are circumstances where I'm with you. If I were single, that would be unattractive. I don't mind, parenting with, the mom, but then like I gotta consider him too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually, one of my OGs told me, he was a wild boy when he was younger. He was like, he said the hardest thing in the world is raising a kid you got to go get. I was like, yo, that's deep.
Gotta get. I mean,
Because now there are 2 different laws that this kid has to abide by. You know what I'm saying? Like there's 2 different ways of life. So it might be some things that your biological dad is cool with you saying and doing or whatever that in my house, I'm not rocking with that.
no, we ain't
So,
playing that music in here, or we ain't doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Here. I mean, the thing that I've run across, there's some fine, bad, like moms out here, single moms that got businesses.
Yeah. Ooh,
and
yeah.
handling
Yeah.
their business.
They can
and
cook too. They
and
learn
they
to
can
learn to cook.
learn to cook,
And the snack
game is
drawer
on. Come on,
is
man.
on. You know what I mean? Not only is she a snack, but she
She got the-
shops
she got
for
the
snacks.
But
got
I mean,
the
you also
snack.
see what kind of mom she would be. Like if she doesn't have kids, you're blind to it.
Yeah.
So like she might have a kid and be a horrible mom and might be horrible with you after. But if she handling business and you already see, oh, she doing X, Y, Z, I can learn to deal with that. But I'm not necessarily rooted here. You know what I'm saying? Like if I wanted to move to Houston, a lot of moms are like, no, I can't go because I need to keep the baby close to the father, which I understand and that's fair. But
Yeah. Or the support system. Like people don't realize how clutch it is to
Come on
have grandma here, to have
Come on,
you know what I'm
man.
saying, aunties and uncles around, like that's clutch. So
Talk
shout
about how
out,
clutch that is.
yeah. Well, shout out to my little brother for being an amazing uncle.
Thank
you know what I
you.
mean? Shout out to my little sisters for being amazing TTs, and you know, my in laws and my mom and whatnot. And so that's tough, man.
But to echo you is like I said, like my core family doesn't really live here. I got friends that I feel like I could, you know, depend on if I had a kid. Like, hey, Junior need to be over there for a minute because I need to do X, Y, and Z. But by and large, like my mom's not here, and all that kind of. My sisters ain't here, so that's tough.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things to consider. It's not saying it's impossible, but it's tougher.
So she got to have that ooh wee.
It's not
Nappy dugout.
fried.
Nappy dugout.
It's not about like her having like bomb sex. It is important, but it's just the situation around it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, you can figure out the sex, but figuring out like why your kid. The worst thing.
So let me ask you this. You got a woman who is single,
Boombastic.
no kids,
Come on now.
and very supportive of you and your vision. Because I feel like that's important to you, right? Like
Extremely.
being with someone who's supportive. Where in the list of importance, where does sex fall?
It's top 3.
It's top 3.
If it ain't top 3, it's top 2. I think no, I'm young.
Yeah.
But it's top 3. Don't
So in a healthy relationship, how many times a week are we?
enough. I think. I would want to be with somebody that her sexual drive is higher than mine.
You would want
Higher
to be
than yours?
The older a woman gets, the higher that drive is going to be.
Yeah, they say like 40 and 50.
30.
Mom still online? Ask her.
No, I'm not asking my mom.
You are foul.
Wow.
You are
I
foul.
think they said like 35 is like when they hit their
Mama
prime.
Teddy.
We start slowing down.
Yeah, they say about 40 some women, like it
So
just
it's
intensifies.
important. I want to get it. Don't you know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
I don't believe all that though, because they also told me that if a woman is carrying a baby, it increases too. A baby boy specifically. They say if a woman is carrying a baby boy, her sex drive intensifies. I didn't have that experience.
Hey, but I mean, hey,
I got
that's
so
sad.
excited.
Sad
Love
but-
my son, but he failed before he got here.
Hey, that's wild. But I know some girls that was pregnant that was ready to go, but they didn't trust their baby daddy. That's wild. I'd be pissed. I got a baby on the way and I can't go. That's not mine. Woo! I mean, you can't get pregnant twice.
Yeah.
So how many
Sad
times
day.
a week?
Enough. I mean, boy,
Just put a number on it.
I'll say like 3-4.
3 or 4. Do you think so if her sex drive is higher than yours, do you think you would ever get frustrated with that? You sure, bro?
I've been single for a minute, so I just
Yeah, I know initially. I know
myself a
initially.
little bit.
Everybody, listen. You sign up for something.
would.
This is what happens. You sign up for something in the beginning, it sound nice. But then after you got to sit with that thing for a little bit, I want a Mercedes until you find out that
maintenance.
Till you find out that not even just the maintenance, not even just the expense, but just the inconvenience of the fact that only a Mercedes dealer can do certain things. You can't take this to.
I'm the Mercedes dealer, baby.
Yeah, right. So what I'm saying is,
bring that E class, that B class over here.
The V class.
it sounds nice that you could deal with a woman who has a higher sex drive than you, but it could end up being frustrating to you.
I've dealt with
I would
women.
get frustrated.
I've dealt with women that had like a high ass, high sex drive.
Do tell.
You want me to tell? I can't. But what I would say, is you need to be available in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. And if you treat her right, you get it twice.
That was yes. Wow.
Well, drop the beat.
Drop the beat, please. You got to.
Afternoon and night.
Got to. But I've been in a situation. Oh, wow.
And if you treat it right,
Yeah.
you might just get it twice. Everybody say
Y'all
get
wild.
it twice.
Get it
Get
twice.
it twice.
Get it twice.
Say
Hey.
get it twice.
Get it
Get
twice.
it twice.
Get it
Morning,
twice.
noon, and night. Okay,
Hey.
anyways, that's what's up, man. I don't have that testimony, and that's okay. You know what I mean?
Live through me. A lot of my married.
No, that's not what I said.
No, a lot of my single friends are like, not my single bit, but like my marital friends or my friends that have been in relationships for a long time. they want to hear both sides, but I think it's beauty in both, honestly. Like being married and getting married young and growing old together is a beautiful thing. It's a jungle out here. Once you're single and you're trying to figure it all out and you just don't know what people's interests are and what they really are up to, I think phones. I wish I could have dated in '96. This is, you know what I'm saying. Just
I thought you were about to say something about phone sex.
No, I know.
I definitely thought that was coming.
No,
he said phone.
No,
yeah, but I think we were mixing phone in '96 together.
Yeah. I wish I would have had a chance to date, and the world was smaller. You know what I mean?
You're not, but I hate to harp on the subject, but back in '96, phone sex was a big deal.
I wasn't talking about phone sex.
I know you weren't.
I'm not talking about phone sex.
I wish I had a chance to experience like the era where you had to call the house phone. Like,
oh yeah,
or maybe like
hello,
like,
hello, who is this? Hey, how you doing? Is Kiera there? Kiera, hey man, hey listen, don't be tying up the line on my phone.
Nah, my sister used to be on the line. I used to hate that in high school. Well, get out of here.
I guess just having communication outside of technology as far as social media and texting and stuff, because like you said earlier, you get that like you learn how to have an actual conversation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Your personable skills skyrocket, and I feel like that's important when you deal with a woman.
You know what else messed it up too? Putting freshman centers in high school. Because when I was 14 years old and I was with a class with a senior, junior, I'm acting different. I'm walking through the halls different. Mm-hmm. I'm dressing different. Mm-hmm. All that make you grow up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So a lot of y'all missed that.
Now, I would say for me, my upbringing, I'm a little bit different. Like, I didn't have the same challenges that most guys my age had because I grew up around older people. My brother's 8 years older than me. The people he was around were at least 12 years older than me. So I was with that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I could go up to a female and say, shout it, what's that? What's happening with you? You know what I'm saying? I could do that because that's what I was taught.
I think for me, y'all could relate to this too. I grew up around a lot of women.
Yes.
Like I didn't have a brother. Like I said, my dad was a truck driver, so he was gone 5-6 days out the week. And I grew up in church, and church is female dominated. Period.
Yes.
So this being able to understand a lot of different things, a lot of guys I feel like didn't understand was a gift.
So what's your relationship with church like now?
Boo. Let me get into the mic. Boo. I think,
okay, before you get into that, where and how did it turn?
People suck, but that's just people. I don't want to say like church sucks, but it's just people suck sometimes, and I think the business of it all gets in the way. I've seen like pastors do some dirty stuff to some faithful people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't with it. Period. But I think all in all, man, I think it's important. I'm thankful for the church. I'm thankful for how
I'm about to say, because that's a huge part of your DNA.
I wouldn't be able to do music without it.
Yeah.
Growing up in church and being able to get into the music industry is a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? All the greatest acts you can think of grew up in church first.
Snoop, that's the first time he touched the mic.
That's what I heard him say.
And he ain't got nothing to do with church. Well, actually, he did drop a dope gospel album.
Yeah, it never really leaves you. So even when I was at my wildest, one, I knew better. But you just start remembering things and everything start clicking. Like the scriptures make more sense and songs make sense now.
Yeah.
That's just the blessing of getting older though.
Well, so I've always said this and I still believe it. The way you know you got a really dope song, like as far as R&B or even, whatever song, the way you know you got a really dope love song is if it could also be a worship song too.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, can I tell you something?
And vice versa, I feel like.
You shouldn't have said that. Hey man, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I feel like there are certain gospel songs you get busy to.
Stop it.
No,
come on.
If I was married,
guys, we're not.
All right.
On the goddamn podcast, what we not gonna do? What are you talking about? Give me one.
Let me touch you to see if you are real.
Wow.
Man, what? When I am down, let me touch you. Sing. Let me touch you. When I'm lonely. Let me touch. Come on, Kurt.
Oh man.
Classic.
Don't tell me you couldn't know how great thou art in the bedroom.
I might throw on Israel Houghton. He had a song. Only you take my breath away, then you breathe new life into me. So breathe into
Whatchamacallit got one though.
I ain't saying I'm right. I ain't saying I'm wrong.
No. I agree. I agree that the way that you know you have a dope love song is if it could be sang romantically or in a worship setting. Cause what's the one, man? Tony Braxton got one.
A few.
Dang it. 'Cause you mean the world to me.
You took that mouth.
You are my everything. I swear the only thing that matters.
Matters to who?
Matters to me. It's who? Oh, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Because you mean so much. Hey, listen. Tell me that one go hard in worship service.
Man, they might have to put, give me one good reason
why I shouldn't believe.
Come on now.
Hey.
Come on now.
Hey, it goes, man.
Y'all are crazy.
But it's the truth.
No,
if you
it
got a
is,
dope
but-
song, there's a couple other ones, man.
So why did they have? Why did they?
A word
word.
that comes.
Girl, you better not put that on.
But you people really
I'm creative.
know what it
Come on.
means to really love. Why did you just?
Come on now.
Why did I just gyrate?
Why did you
But
just?
that
Alright.
it can go though.
Be encouraged.
Oh yeah. No matter what.
what's going. No matter what's going on.
Man.
Encourage yourself.
Jesus, I want you to know I ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yo,
When
but
you
that's
come back,
You say what
do
you want
not
to say.
pass me by, okay?
Don't let me be married. And I come on. I'm not stopping.
what?
Who's stopping? Not me.
But there was a legend, man. There was a legend going around that that music's first hit was initially it was supposed to be a Lord instead of love. So love, so many things I gotta tell you. That was supposed to be Lord.
I'm just saying if you marry God is in the room anyway, and the bedroom is undefiled, the steps undefiled, wherever you at is undefiled. That's what the Bible told me.
So
to
that's
tell
where
you.
you get worship from, huh?
Yeah,
Worship.
that's my
Going to war.
That's my code word. You're like, yo, what you doing tonight, man?
Oh, me and the wife gonna worship.
I'm gonna worship
Gotta
tonight.
worship. Gotta be a sacrifice. Lay prostrate.
Wow. Yeah.
I am.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Flabbergasted.
I'm not wrong.
So you're currently single?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And are you looking?
I'm keeping my eye out.
Okay.
I think there are more things more important than that right now. I would say like sex is not nearly as important, and me, being wild about it, not nearly as important.
Okay.
If you asked me 5 years ago, it would
Probably would have said something different.
Yeah, I would have said
5 years ago, I remember I came over. You had an auntie in the. I can't say that.
She wasn't. She wasn't. Maybe she was an auntie.
She was probably definitely somebody.
She probably was only like in reality like 2 years older than me. I know exactly who.
Do you know what I'm talking about? She
I know
she read
exactly who
scriptures
you're
on
talking
Sunday
about.
morning.
Nothing happened from that. Oh my
Okay.
God, scriptures.
Yeah. Or did announcements. She probably did announcements.
Ooh, girl. No. No, and that's what's wild. Like she probably, like I said, was only maybe like 2-3 years older than me, tops.
Really?
Good
She
time.
ever cook for you?
No, I didn't do that from her. But I never touched her either.
Oh, okay.
Every girl you see me with, believe it or not, I haven't touched. What? Did I say that wrong to you?
we can't say names, okay? Because
Sure
we're not
can't.
No, I'm. First of all, I don't know her name. But the last time I was at your crib, remember one of the last times I was at your crib? I was there. I brought my equipment.
Oh yeah. No,
Nothing.
nah.
Okay.
Because you really have to understand the mental, what was going on in the. You asked me where sex was. I think top three things you need to understand.
In a relationship, but
in a relationship,
in your singleness, that's not really top.
it's important. All of it's important because even if you jump into a woman and jump in bed with a woman, like you don't know what's gonna happen after that.
Yeah.
She probably gonna be a little clingy. She might be a little crazy. She might want more of your time. All that you might not even really like her like that. Truth be told, but we just move too fast.
Yeah.
And I just where I'm at, where my life currently, I just got too much going on. Like I've produced 4 or 5. I'm working on my 5th album.
Yeah.
Project this year, thanks to COVID. So I just had time to do it. So all that's more important. Me figuring out my business plan, me making this money is way more important.
Facts.
I'm never gonna miss on a woman, if I got money. The end.
I can dig it. Hey, well, listen. Speaking of the albums, man, tell us a little bit about like where we can find you at, and name of the most recent project.
You can find my project under Vincent. It's called Alpha. It's 9 songs of grooves. You can find it on all streaming platforms. Ali Cherie is a project that I put out. She's my Tina Marie. We put her project out on November 21st of this year. Kiana Watley we put out a single called Selfish in October. Her project's gonna drop February. Then I have another artist named Saya. We're looking to go in February. Yadin Cole, for all my people in Indianapolis who know who he is. We're gonna be dropping his project or a single in February, Marchish.
Okay.
I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I know I am. Chloe J. She's out in South Bend. We're dropping her project in February. So, boy, is busy.
Busy, huh?
Busy. I don't got to be time to be messing around just to be messing around.
Hey, man, you ain't sent me no track in years.
Because you ain't even trying to rap, Damon.
Talk about it, please.
I can't stand him.
Please talk about it.
He be sending me demos and stuff. What you think it is? Like, when you going to put it out?
First of all, like, I don't want, put it out. That's what I'm thinking about.
Soon come.
Yes.
Soon come.
And it's not an age thing. It's a hotness thing. But
yeah, nah,
is it hot or
man.
not?
Yeah, so my thing is I'm 32, man. I'm about to be 32, man. My birthday is here, man. So
yeah. And I'm about to be 33, but what we look like, how we feel when we're in the room.
I feel good. And I know, and I still know music.
Nah.
I still know music, and I still feel like I can spit with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think for me, what happened was it wasn't making money, so it didn't make sense.
I understand you had a family,
and that was the more so than anything. My first love is will always be music, but I wasn't able to monetize it the way that I wanted to, or the way that I needed to. Once you get married and you got kids, you know what I'm saying?
And it's wild. I think I guess I'm thankful for like just being single, and if I had my way, my life would have been totally different. And I think where I'm headed now, I'm really excited about the future and what 21 is looking like and what 22 is looking like, because I'm actually putting my work in, you know what I mean, and understanding the business side of it too. But if I had kids and all that, I had to do something different.
Yep. I got friends now, man, who are still in love with their art, and they got wives and kids. I'm like, bro, your art can't be number one. Sorry. Especially if it's not providing. If it's providing, yes. I do have friends who their art is number one, but they're also making a lot of money off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Or if your situation just allows it. If your girl got it and she's supporting you and you can figure that out. But I mean, music is tricky.
The way I'm set up as a man, I can't do it.
I can't do it either.
I mean, I'm not knocking anybody who can. I'm not saying you less than whatever. I'm just saying the way that it happened for me. I can't make it happen. Mm-hmm. This dude done showed up finally. Hello.
Man, you late. Why we gotta be on CP time, people?
Yeah, that's fine.
If you're here, this is the Got Dame podcast. I'm here with Damon Golden and James Golden, and I'm E. Vincent with my Teddy Season hoodie on. And
you gotta listen.
Why you didn't call me for the photo shoots? Well, I'm asking you though.
I didn't get your number until we was in the group chat. You know that. Until
up.
We was planning this trip. I didn't have your number.
When you thinking of Teddy's, like.
First of all, I don't want him to be thinking of you when he's thinking of Teddy's. That's weird.
All right, well, you took it there.
I'm just saying.
I'm thinking of you now, big guy.
All right. Well, hey guys, we've reached the hour. We've definitely reached the hour, and want to thank my bro. So you really want, you know what I'm saying, to be in the photo shoot? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Teddy and why is that?
Because when a woman thinks of a Teddy, she embodies a Jimmy.
She embodies a Jimmy.
She embodies a Jimmy.
She thinks so.
Her thought process.
You know what they used to. You know what Jimmys used to mean, like in the prostitution culture, right? It's just a guy, or maybe it's a John.
It's John. Thank you.
Or Jimmy.
No, it's John.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's a John.
All right, what a Jimmy could allude to.
All right, so listen, man. Once again, man, I want to thank my bro, E. Vincent, man. Give us the website to the clothing line.
TeddySeason.com or all anything online and all social platforms.
TeddySeason.com and then Teddy Season on Instagram.
Teddy Season on Twitter. You can find me at Teddy E. Vincent on all social media platforms too.
That's what's up.
I keep it simple for you.
That's what's up, man. Well, listen, man, we wish you nothing but success when it comes to your business, when it comes to your music, you know what I'm saying, the clothing, and man, bro, I wanna see you happy romantically too.
Hey, man, it takes some time, but the player's too young, and I'm getting this money, so that's what matters right about now.
All right, well, hey, man, this is a goddamn podcast, man. Thank you guys for kicking it with her now, talking about it straight like this. Shout
Thanks
it,
for tuning
yo.
into
Wait.
our TED Talk.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, he's funny.
You just slap your knee.
He slapped his knee.
You just slap your knee.
Good one. Come
Yeah,
on.
this is what I want you to
funny.
do. I don't want you to ever slap your knee again.
That was a hard slap.
That was a hard slap.
Woo.
He gave all he had.
I'm here all night.
Is
Just so y'all know
Zay,
that.
is Zay upstairs?
He might be. I don't know.
We should make him wait for 6 more minutes.
6 minutes. I should have gave y'all headphones.
Why? It sounds better.
Was that way you can hear the music?
I don't need the music.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
we freestyling. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I can't rap like you.
Nah, you don't have to rap. You can sing it.
You rap.
One love.
All right.
Hey, I was gonna try and join in.
Alrighty.
I don't know the song.
We've
the
been on
beat.
for an hour.
The beat go
man.
off.
Nah, the beat is gone.
I was trying to go back on the
Beat
on the
is
worship
gone.
song,
Nah, you good.
I'm done.
so you can worship.